Do you ever walk past a tree in your yard and feel like it's just dot dot? There, a silent green giant you share space with that don't really know. What if I told you there's a way to change that? A way to turn that passive relationship into an active, meaningful connection? The secret isn't some mystical ritual. It's something you probably already know you should be doing, pruning. But I want you to think about pruning in a completely new light. It's not just a chore, it's a conversation. It's how you and your tree get to know each other. Today, we're going to step into the world of mindful pruning. We'll learn the techniques, of course, but more importantly, we'll discover how this simple act can forge a powerful bond between you and the living, breathing being that is your tree. So grab your gloves and let's get ready to connect. Before we even pick up a pair of shears, the first step is to simply observe. I want you to spend some time just being with your tree. Walk around it. Look at it from a distance, then get up close. Notice the texture of the bark, the way the leaves catch the sunlight, the direction the branches are reaching. Is it leaning? Does it look balanced? Is one side fuller than the other? This isn't about judgment, it's about paying attention. You're learning your tree's story, its struggles, and its strengths. This quiet observation is the foundation of your connection. You're learning to see the tree not as an object, but as a living individual with its own history and personality. Now, let's talk about timing. The best time to prune most deciduous trees is during their dormant season, in late fall or winter. Think of it this way: the tree is resting. It has shed its leaves and pulled its energy inward. When you prune during this quiet time, it's less of a shock to the system. The tree is asleep, and you're gently helping it prepare for its big spring awakening. For flowering trees, you'll often prune right after they finish blooming, so you don't accidentally cut off this year's beautiful show. Pruning at the right time shows respect for the tree's natural cycles. It is like choosing the right moment to have an important conversation with a friend. You wait until they're ready to listen. All right, let's gear up. Having the right tools is crucial, not just for your safety, but for the tree's health. For small branches, a clean, sharp pair of hand pruners is perfect. For anything thicker than your thumb, you'll want a pair of loppers, which give you more leverage. And for the larger limbs, a good pruning saw is your best friend. The most important word here is sharp. A sharp tool makes a clean cut, which is like a clean wound that can heal quickly. A dull tool will crush and tear the branch, leaving a jagged injury that's an open invitation for disease. Keeping your tools clean and sharp is a sign of care. It tells your tree, I'm here to help, not to harm. Now for the main event, making the cut. This is where the conversation really happens. Your goal is to identify what the tree no longer needs. We're looking for the 3Ds, branches that are dead, damaged, or diseased. These are easy to spot. Dead branches are dry and brittle, often a different color. Damaged branches might be cracked from a storm. Diseased branches might have unusual growths or discoloration. Removing these is like helping a friend take off a heavy, uncomfortable coat. You're immediately relieving the tree of a burden, allowing it to redirect its precious energy toward healthy growth. You're not just cutting, you're healing. Next, look for branches that are crossing or rubbing against each other. When two branches rub, they create wounds in the bark. Over time, this constant friction can wear away the protective outer layer, leaving both branches vulnerable. By choosing one of those branches to remove, you're preventing future injury. Think of it as a form of preventative care. You're looking ahead, anticipating a problem, and solving it before it even starts. This is you, the caretaker, looking out for the long-term well-being of your tree. You're being its advocate. Another key part of this conversation is creating space. Look at the overall structure of your tree. Is it getting too dense in the middle? A crowded canopy can block sunlight and air from reaching the inner branches, which can lead to weakness and disease. By selectively thinning out some of the smaller branches, you're opening up the tree's interior. You're letting the light in, letting the air flow freely. It's like opening the windows in a stuffy room. The tree can finally breathe. Each cut you make is a decision to bring more light and air into the tree's life. As you work, it's important to understand where to cut. Look for the branch collar. This is the slightly swollen area where a branch joins a larger limb or the trunk. You want to make your cut just outside this collar without leaving a long stub and without cutting into the collar itself. The collar contains special cells that will heal over the wound. Cutting here is like following the tree's own instructions for healing. It's a partnership. You make the cut, and the tree takes it from there, forming a callus, like a scar, to seal the wound and protect itself. Remember, less is often more. A good rule of thumb is to never remove more than 25% of a tree's living canopy in a single year. Over-pruning is a huge shock to the tree's system. It's like asking it to run a marathon after it's just had major surgery. Be patient. Building this relationship is a long-term project. It's not about achieving a perfect shape in one afternoon. It's about making small, thoughtful adjustments over several seasons. Each year, you'll come back, have another conversation, and make a few more gentle edits. As you prune, you'll start to notice things you never saw before. You'll see the scars from old pruning cuts you made years ago, and you'll see how the tree responded. You'll see the new, vigorous shoots that grew because you opened up a space to the sun. You'll learn to read the tree's body language. You'll understand its patterns of growth. You are no longer just an owner of a tree. You are its partner, its steward. You are actively participating in its life. This process transforms a simple chore into a mindful practice. It forces you to slow down, to be present, and to connect with the natural world in a very direct and tangible way. The tree is no longer just part of the scenery. It becomes a living monument to your care and attention. You'll watch it through the seasons with a new sense of pride and connection, knowing you played a role in its health and beauty. That branch that now holds a bird's nest. You help make that branch strong. That patch of shade you enjoy on a hot summer day, you helped shape that canopy. So the next time you look at a tree in your yard, don't just see a chore waiting to happen. See an opportunity to connect, to care, and to converse with a living thing that shares your little corner of the world. Through the simple act of pruning, you can build a relationship that will grow stronger and more beautiful with each passing season. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this inspires you to look at your trees a little differently. If you found this helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content on connecting with nature in your own backyard. We'll see you next time.